So this is where we're going to start the trenching.
Up here. I think we're going to run the trenching right through here. Just try to keep it where it's pretty simple for the machine. We're going to set a poly tank up here, and then take this line will run and go into the top of the tank. Water line can come out the bottom going that way, and then when this is full and we're not using it, it overflows and goes back into the drainage. The tank will have a valve on it, go to 2-inch line for the first 300 or 400 feet, and then the 1.5-inch line all the way down to where we just were. And the spring itself is actually just on the bench above us.
We're beginning the holding tank project that's going to hold the water that's going to supply our irrigation line. We're going to level out a spot here. We're going to cut some trees and build us a small platform to put the holding tank on, and then we'll start trenching our line for the sprinkler system.
So this project is going to really depend on how many rocks we hit. I mean, anytime you're putting in 1,700 feet of water line, it's a big job to start with, but if you start hitting rocks with the trencher, then we're really going to have a big project. So crossing our fingers that we don't hit many rocks on this. Where do you want to start going in the ground? Right away?
As close as you can get. Yeah, I keep spinning here. All right, we can head it in.
Right on the corner, the dirt. It's in.
Just incredible. As you can see, this is a pretty sensitive area, and they came in with a piece of equipment to make this trench and barely even left a mark. It's just incredible. I couldn't be happier.
Let's pound down on that.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, Tyler.
Okay.
I'm gonna get that other piece on there.
Yeah.
Up above.
Yeah.
And that's the ticket, huh?
Yeah.
Should have done that with my other stuff. I have Teflon tape too.
Yep, that's what I was gonna look for. So what we're doing is we got our irrigation down to the food plot, and what we're gonna do, it's about 3 acres, and so roughly we're gonna run three spigots down here, which we figure we can cover 1 acre with one head, because we'll run 100-foot hose off of each of these. Since we're feeding it off a natural spring, what we're trying to do is you want to neck it down towards the final end, because then you increase your pressure at this point. And so what we've done is we went from the 2-inch that we started with up there, and then we went down to 1.5 feeder, and then right at the head here we're going to go to 1.25 inches up, and then 1 inch right before we hit the head, and then we're going to use a 1/2 inch coming out the head. And so with our source of water way up the hill, we'll have no problem running all 3 of these heads at once.
So we could probably put this T-post in, no?
Sweetness.
Perfect.
Super nice.
There you go.
And then
now we just fill in around it and put that spigot on there and done.
That was pretty slick.
That is slick. I like that. I shouldn't need one. Just take it tight.
Some of that quick feet throw it on there.
Okay, everybody, we'll do the 3 count on this end up here. So I'm going to flip the switch in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
I can hear
the air. I'd be curious, Rick, once we get water down here, how much the tank goes down compared to the amount that's coming in.
As soon as I opened it, it came down. It's down about a foot right now.
Oh, watch your camera, I'm telling you. Woo! We got water flowing nicely down here, nice and clean.
Excellent.
Let's get some sprinklers hooked up.
One, two, three.
The water line project is accomplished. Everything was perfect. It worked out great.